I will welcome you all this evening. Good evening, and welcome to our meditational satsang for this evening. It's wonderful to have you all here. I'm glad that you have made it, and welcome. Just to give a quick rundown about how the evening will go. First and foremost, this is a sacred and safe space. And anything that is shared is held in the utmost unconditional love and acceptance and free from judgment. And we allow you to share whatever it is that you feel called to share in your truth. And that is the truth for you in that moment. And we hold such in reverence and love and free from ever judging it or anyone. That also said, the way the evening goes, I will bring through what is coming through in channel, and then we will glide into a meditation from there. And then after the meditation, we will open it all up for satsang discussion, so that anything you wish to share about the meditation or any spiritual questions you may have, we will sit together in the truth of who you are. So that said, if you notice this evening, not that anyone will notice on archive, I should make a reference to that. I do record these, and so even though it is being recorded, will be up on archive on YouTube later on this evening. It is still held within a space of unconditional love for the benefit of all. And so that said, if you notice that I am free from being on video this evening, and I did so purposefully because tonight's topic that was coming through very clearly from Source was I am nothing. So in being that nothingness, you see nothing on the screen at the moment. However, I'm still here, am I not? So there's the nothingness and the everythingness all at once. And what was coming through was very interesting because when I came into this space of I am nothing, it was very profound for me and also very devastating at the same moment. And I will give you a bit of background so that you can understand and perhaps you could possibly relate. Most of the time when we say to someone that you are nothing, we tend to have a lot of fear that comes up. And the reason for this is because we feel that being nothing means that we do not exist, that we have no right to exist. And it's something that's a very big core wound. And for me, it brought that up when I came into that realization 14 years ago. I went through a seminar series called the Landmark Forum. And when we delve into that in the weekend of the forum, we come to two realizations. One is that we are nothing. And two, that all of this world, this life, this body, everything that we have and be and do and exist and whatever is nothing. It's just an illusion. It's not real. And when that happened, I was quite devastated because the background of this is that when I was 9 years old, and in grade 4, I had my grade 4 teacher who proceeded for the whole entire school year to tell me that I am nothing, I will never amount to anything, I am no good, and I will never be anything. And she would often even tell my parents that, not to expect anything from me because of this. And so if you get that pounded into your head for a whole school year, you can imagine that, after a while you start to believe that. And so I had that as part of my indoctrinational programming. So when I did this seminar series 14 years ago, it really triggered that old wound for me in that automatic programming. And it brought up a lot of fear within me. And I remember very clearly that coming into this space of nothingness, and that all of this is an illusion, was at the point in the seminar series was right before supper that evening. And I believe it was Saturday evening that we came into that, and it was right before supper. So I went to supper, all of us in the group, and I was severely depressed. I was like, oh my God, it brought up this whole old wound. And you can imagine, and I'm sure, there are some of you who can relate to this because, maybe at some point in your life, you were told, you are nothing. And you kind of feel like, you don't exist. And so I was quite depressed until I realized what a blessing nothing or no thingness really is. The no-thingness or the nothingness is actually the void. It's often called by many the field, the vortex, the space of this infiniteness that is so vast. I mean, in space we can call it a black hole, perhaps. And when we step into that space, everything is there. And yet, if we are residing in that indoctrinational programming like I was, we have a sense of devastation because we think we do not exist. Yet, actually, within the no-thingness, everything exists. All infinite possibility exists. And when you reside in that space, you come into a space of inner peace and an inner knowing. And from that, you can birth everything because that is where the universe came from. It came from a sense of no-thingness. So it's actually a very beautiful blessing to be nothing because it's free from meaning that you don't exist. In fact, you exist within everything. And what a beautiful blessing that is. And so when I came into that realization, and I also came to understand that yes, all of this, that we see with our physical eyes and whatever is a subjective illusion, yet within this subjective illusion we can create anything that we so choose. And it's simply by not only our thoughts, but it is the thoughts married with the heart, in that heart space resonance of simply being that of which you choose to see in the world, that it creates whatever it is that you desire. So you can create a space of being nothing and being okay with it. So how beautiful is it to be nothing, that no thing? And if you really also look at it, when we came here, what did we start out as? From a biological standpoint, before our parents, created us, what were we before an egg and a sperm? We were no thing. We were nothing. So we come from nothing. We will go back to nothing, which is that void. And in that all exists. And so within that tonight, as we go into our meditation, what we are going to do is slip into that void, slip into that no-thingness, and celebrate the no-thingness that you are. And then from being in that void, see what comes up out of creation for you in the moment. What are you going to give birth to in this moment? So I invite you now to simply just close your eyes and just take some very slow, deep breaths. Just deeply breathing in through your nose. And then releasing out through your nose. And then again, in the rising flow of the tide, just rise in your breath once more, breathing in the essence of life, and breathing out any cares and worries. Just feeling yourself start to empty. Much like when you take out the trash and you empty out the trash can. Empty out the trash. of the day's cares and worries. Just let it all float by as you focus on your breath, taking a deep breath in through your mouth and then slowly releasing it out through your mouth. Filling that space of emptiness. And imagine yourself in complete darkness, just sitting in the vastness of darkness. There's no light anywhere being shown, just a darkness. And in that darkness, it's just empty. There's no thing there, nothing there. And observe if anything attempts to put itself there. Observe if there's a thought that seems to come up. If there is, just let it flow by and place your focus back on the darkness, the emptiness. As if you're in an empty room. No thing there, just you and this empty room. And in this empty room, there's no walls, no doors, no windows, no floor. Just infinite darkness, blackness. If anything of those things come up, just release them and place your focus back in on that darkness. Imagine you gazing into this darkness and just seeing infinite darkness, infinite nothingness. Now imagine that there's not even a you. All there is just darkness, nothingness. How empty it is. How beautiful that is. Just bask in this nothingness. How peaceful it is. How calming it is. how much it is isness, just is. As you're floating as no thing, there is one little pinprick of light that you see, way out in the vastness. You can barely see it, but you know it's there. This is your inner knowing, your intuition, your first impulse. It appears to be way out there somewhere. Start to see yourself in this no-thingness of who you are, that you are everything in the same moment. And that pinprick of light is that everything, all infinite possibilities, all that is, right there. See it coming closer to you. See its light getting brighter as it comes closer to you. For it too is a no-thingness, and everything all at once. Draw it to you and hold it in your hands as it illuminates you. And what is that intuition saying to you right now? Out of all the infinite possibilities, what is the message coming through from your intuition, your heart, right here and now in this moment? Whatever the message is, just let it come through, free from judgment. Be in total acceptance of whatever it is. Even if the message may sound strange, maybe it's in another language, the language of source. Ishakimoshonaya estemuyaha. Just allow it to come through. Tekile shinya kumeyawa. Allow whatever the message is to give birth in you now. As you take this light and place it into your heart chakra, and allow it to fill your heart chakra and go down into your solar plexus and your sacral chakra and your base chakra. And then see this light shoot right back up those chakras and up to your throat center and your soul eye, your third eye, and out your crown chakra and back around your aura, and see you illuminated totally in all your chakras, lit up, illuminated with this intuition and nothingness and everythingness all at once. See all your energy centers, your main ones and all of the ones in your body, your fingers, your toes, your knees, your hips, all of your energy centers lighting up now with this intuition within you of who you are as nothing and everything all at once. And allow whatever messages are to come through to just flow through you. This is Source talking to you through your intuition, through your heart. Whatever it is that you need to know in this moment, just allow it to come through as all of your energy centers are now tingling and lighting up. For you are the vast nothingness and everythingness as one. And when you have received the messages that you're meant to receive now, bless this nothingness and say, I am nothing, I am nothing, and I am everything. I am all that is, that encompasses everything and nothing. I am beautiful. I receive this. I accept this. I receive. Thank you. Thank you, Master Artist. Thank you, Source. Thank you, God. All that is. Thank you. And as the whole, perfect, complete, and beautiful light being that you now are, see yourself taking that light and standing before some sort of water, whatever you choose. Could be a lake, could be an ocean, could even be a glass of water. But just see yourself taking one finger, all lit up, and touching that water, putting your finger in the water. And as the ripples start to ripple out, see that energy of your light being, your light body, rippling out into where you are, touching all of your family and friends and where you live. And see the ripples go out even further to the nearby states and countries and cities, till you see that water as the whole globe, the whole planet, and the whole cosmos being lit up with love and light. Light being that you are of this no-thingness and everythingness, in giving the gift of infinite possibilities to everyone. For everyone has this within them, just as you do. Sending this love and light and gratitude, appreciation to all. All the cosmos is filled with your light, our light, as we create this together in co-creation, cooperation, coming together and dancing in love. And as you remove your finger now from this water, know that the light is still there, the love is still there, and you can come back to this no-thingness anytime you so choose, to recreate yourself anew once again. And being in this space, birthing yourself again and again, just as all the cosmos births itself again and again. And simply just now, take a deep breath. Start to feel yourself back here in the room as more of a physical somethingness. Start to feel your feet more, wiggle your toes, your hands, waking up the light within you to bring you back here into consciousness of this now here-ness. And just take a deep breath. Feel yourself more and more back in the room and back here with us. How beautiful it is to be nothing. Welcome back, all of you nothingnesses. We shall open things up to the satsang portion, discussion portion of the evening. Please feel free to share anything that you so choose in relation to the meditation or any questions that you may have. Pamela says, so rejuvenating. Awesome, I'm glad it was. Light says, thank you. Douglas says, great. Fantastic. I'm very happy to hear that. Wonderful. It's wonderful to hear that it was very rejuvenating. That was the whole point. Light says, I nodded off into sleep, no-thingness. Beautiful. Awesome. That's fantastic. That is beautiful. That's exactly where you want to be. And if you weren't able to come, out of it to make a creation from that no-thingness, that's fine too. Sometimes you just drift off into sleep of a no-thingness, and that's perfect. Whatever you were meant to experience is perfect for the moment that you were meant to experience it. Douglas says, I have had that happen during meditation. Yes, I get that question actually quite often from people, especially who are starting out meditating. Derek is laughing, LOL, he says. The question that I often get is, if I fall asleep during meditation, is that okay? And my answer is always a resounding yes. And the reason is because oftentimes, especially when we're beginning in the meditation phase, is that the body is trying to recalibrate itself. And this can also happen at different times, on the journey. Even for long-time meditators, you may fall asleep, and that's okay. It simply means that the body is just recalibrating its energy and its resonance and its essence to match that of meditation wherever you are in the meditation journey. Sometimes you're also receiving a download, and that's why you drift off, and it's meant to be processed in what we call the sleeping time, right? So it's definitely okay to fall asleep. There's nothing wrong with it. As you get, more into that resonance of the meditation, it will be, easier to not fall asleep. And then again, if you're going through something, again, like a download, even for long-time meditators, again, it's still all right to fall asleep. It's just the body's way of processing, and really the soul and the heart really processing what it is that's coming through. And sometimes we need to soul travel to do that. So there you go. Because when we are sleeping, what happens is the soul travels. The body is resting, but the soul travels. So it's always infinitely okay to fall asleep. And one should never feel guilty, if you somehow fall asleep. So that's more than all right. Derek says, thank you for the guidance, Nenari. You're very welcome, Derek. Indeed, you're very welcome. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here to do these meditational satsangs with you. And we do them every Tuesday evening here on the Aura Ascension website, group meditation room, 7 Pacific time, 9 Central time, and 10 Eastern time every Tuesday evening. Pamela says, the quiet in the nothingness was almost like a silence. Yes, and that's awesome. That is awesome. That is beautiful on several resonances. The quiet in the nothingness being a silence on one point, silent noise, exactly, and that's beautiful. The reason for that is why it's so good is that you actually did what we call in meditation as quieting the mind. Okay, oftentimes the mind has, what we call, or my beloved likes to call, the monkey mind, basically, which is mind chatter. We often have things going on like, oh, okay, after this, I've got to, go make supper, and oh, what did I have on my list to do today? And oh, I really shouldn't have said that to so-and-so, or, we have all of those thoughts processes going on, right? So if we're in that space of silence, it really, you have quieted the mind and you have no monkey mind. Now, myself, since 14 years ago when I did Landmark, I have not had that monkey mind return. Whatever occurred in that huge shift for me that weekend, I lost the monkey mind. I don't have those random thoughts anymore, so it's very beautiful that you were able to get into that space. Douglas said, I got the message while, I got the message that while body is separated into 2 different chakras or energy points, my whole body is one big energy point. Yes, exactly. That's the phenomenon of we are all one, and yet we are all different parts of the one, right? Different aspects of the one, but still the one. Okay, not even but, it's and, still the one. Okay, so yeah, you got that. That's beautiful. I'm glad you got that, because exactly, I mean, just like, your finger, you look at your finger is still part of your body. Okay, you can't say, okay, this is your finger and somehow it's detached from the body. No, it's still part of the body, yet it is also individually the finger. Okay, so you have individual reference, and you also have the whole, but it's still all part of the whole. So that's beautiful. I'm glad you came into that. David said, I'm in touch with my inner and outer monkey. Down, boy. Thank you, David. I love you. You're awesome. Totally. He says, I'm so sophisticated. You're so sophisticated. I like that. You're so sophisticated. I am living my life as a true Homo sapien. Yeah, exactly. Totally, eh? How beautiful is that? And yet you are also a spiritual being. Oh, sap. Okay, it's sap. A-I-A-N. How do you say that? Okay, Homo sap E-N. Okay, I got it. Kink song. Yeah, okay, duh. I wasn't thinking that. Sorry. My thoughts are not there. See, I don't have the monkey mind, so my thought wasn't there. Okay, yes, totally. I forgot the Kink song. Sorry. What can I tell you? But it's the balance of both. It's understanding that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and within having a human experience, we remember the spiritual being we are. It's both and. We live in a both and universe rather than an either or. And Douglas, I honor you. That's awesome that you got that, because it's both, and that's what this life is to be about. Is about balancing of both, being the homo and also the spirit. So that's quite beautiful. Wonderful. I'm awesome that it's awesome that you got that. I'm very happy you got that. Derek said, I'm signing off. Loved souls. Very nice spending this time with you. Love and light. Yes, love and light to you as well, Derek. Thank you for being here this evening. It was wonderful to have you here. And thank you for being with us. And good night indeed. Bye-bye, love. Namaste. Um, with that, does anyone else have anything else that they'd like to share? Please feel free to. Did I miss something? Okay. I thought maybe I missed something. Douglas said, I feel awesome. Thank you so much. And all of you have a blessed night. Yes, indeed. Blessed night to you too, as well. And I'm glad you feel so awesome. Wonderful to have you here, Douglas. Uh, David says, anyone want to smoke a joint? No, actually, love, I don't do joints. Sorry. I don't need joints or anything else. I'm high off of life. And Lady Di says, night, good night. And Pamela says, thank you, Nenari. You're very welcome, love. Glad that you enjoyed and that you are in a space of awesomeness. That's the whole point. No joints, sorry, David. Not going there. Amen. Exactly. Amen. And so it is. Okay, okay, okay. David said, yeah, totally. Sorry. Just, you know, don't need it. I can get high off of life and high off of love. Just don't need it, love. So, right on. David says, yeah, indeed, eh? It's quite beautiful. Fred says, I am high without it. Exactly. Totally, right? That's just the space that you come into. David says, dance with what you bring you. Yeah, right, exactly. Nods, nods, says Lady Di. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, that's you just dance with what you have, and you don't need nothing else. And it's totally beautiful, eh? Uh, Lady Di said, "Well, I add." Oh, you had bells. You love your bells? Oh yeah, definitely. Love bells. Bells are awesome. David says what works for us all ain't the same and it's all good, eh? Yeah, totally. You're talking Canadian. Are you going to be moving here soon? Yes, whatever works. If you choose to have a joint, love, then go for it. I have nothing against it. It's just something that I don't choose. Is all. Light says, I'm going to be going. It was very relaxing and peaceful meditation. Thank you. Night and loves to everyone. Indeed, love to you too. And thank you for being here with us. And I'm glad it was so very relaxing and peaceful for you, love. David says, SCTV dude, big fan. Too cool, BBC. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. There you go. Uh, Good night, light. Hugs to you. Indeed. But yeah, it's you come to a point, and that's what I just talked about in my most recent video, is that you come to a point on the journey, and I'll expand upon it a little bit here as well. You just come to a point in the journey where you outgrow certain things. And joint being one of them. Not that I ever did it to begin with. I've had marijuana, I think, twice in my life. Never did any other drugs. Occasionally would socially drink alcohol. But Fred knows this. He was with me on Saturday night when we had our gathering. There was alcohol there, but I didn't drink. And I don't choose it because I've outgrown that. I've seen it, for the experience that it is. But if others choose it, that's fine. That's where they are on the journey, and I have nothing against that. David says, Neil Young, yeah, of course, Northern Ontario. What's up there that might leave one helpless, eh? No shit, eh? um, Yes, we love our Neil Young, indeed. Lady Di says, I must leave you to a bit of a headache. I'd come to hear the voice of my princess. Aw, thank you, Lady Di. I love you too. You're so beautiful. Thank you for being here tonight. And we send healing to your headache, that it be gone. Okay, that you are infinite healing. And I have missed you too. Lady Di says, I've missed you. Yes, I have missed you too. Love you too. Love you, princess. Kisses and hugs. Night all. Night all. Night to you too, Lady Di. And kisses and hugs to you too. Love you too. David says, headaches right now might be pineal activity. Yes, yes. It may very well be pineal activity indeed. What we did tonight can open it up and activate things. And David says, night all and might all. Ah, you're so funny. Good for headaches, eh? Oh, you're so cute. You're too cute, David. I love you dearly. Thank you for making us all laugh. You're awesome. Don't do the my doll thing either. So there you go. Stop. It's all true. David says, you're too cute, love. You're just too cute. You're too cute. All right, you. On that note, if there's anything else that the rest of you would like to share, if not, we will call it an evening. And last call. Just put it out there and say last call. And take care all. Cheers. Yes, indeed. Take care. Cheers. And again, we will be here again next Tuesday evening, and same bat time, same bat channel, as they say. And much love to all of you. And be loved now, because that's who you are. And espavo. Good night.